I'm back at it with religion, so you know what to do. Stay tuned. What's going on, Hobby Lobby? It's your boy Javier Javier with the Javier Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. If you ain't subscribed to the channel yet and you new to it, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll wait. Shouldn't take long. All right, with that being said, let's get into the video. I got a crazy proposition for all of you out there, and I really hope you enjoy it. You know, I kind of like to play with these ideas in my head, and I already know that it should strike some interest in a lot of you. So, here's my proposition. An atheist God. What do I mean about an atheist God? Well, it's very simple. What if there was a God? That God created everything. The planets, the whole universe, matter, you name it, good, evil, whatever you want to get into. There's a God who created all of that, right? So imagine this all-powerful God being able to do all-powerful things, decided, you know, I did a good job here. So what's left? Maybe this God already knows everything. This God can see the past, the present, the future. It's all happening in an infinite amount of times inside his infinite amount of mind that he just can't, you know, really get excited because he already knows everything. Everything is already there for him to know. He knew it before he did it. Which brings us into my mind a very interesting question. If God already knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, he already knows, and he's outside of space and time. How does he know when to create the universe? Is there a specific time when? Or if time doesn't exist, there is no when, it just always was. Because if he already did it at some point and he's outside of space and time, then he always did it. I'm just rambling on about how excited I get about these issues. But maybe some of y'all can write in the comments below and tell me what your thoughts is on that little thought experiment that I got going on right there. But this God is like, you know what? I already know all this, so there's no point for me anymore. So this God destroys himself. Now, I'm very interested to know your thoughts on what happens if a God can destroy itself, or can a God destroy itself? And I may be confused, but I don't really think I'm confused. But if you're all powerful, that means you can do pretty much anything you want to do. So God just straight up, I'm out of here. Boom, no reason to exist anymore. I'm dead. Kills myself. Boom, I'm gone. Now there is no more God. Used to be a God, now there's a God. Now there's a God, no more God. Boom. So could atheists be right? Could atheists be like, there's no God? Now, atheists don't necessarily say there is no God. A lot of you like to tell me, oh, atheists say there's no God. An atheist can't prove to you there's no God. Any atheist that makes the claim that we know for sure there's no God is lying to you. Don't listen to him. Because neither one of us know, the religious person and the atheist person, none of us know if there's a God or not. We just have to assume or believe or have faith. Atheists don't have faith. Atheists are more like, I'm waiting for more evidence. But what if God destroyed himself and we're in this thing on our own? Could both people be right? Could the religious person say, you know what? We couldn't get here unless somebody created this thing. Everything that has a beginning has an end. So if that's the case, maybe you're right. And then the atheist could be like, well, all of this evil stuff that's happening in the world, all of these horrific things done in the name of religion, why isn't God revealing himself? Why isn't God coming down here and straightening everything out? Or another thought is, if God already knows what's going to happen, he already knows if you're going to heaven or hell or whatever God you believe in and whatever happens in the afterlife, if he or she or it already knows what's going to happen, why not skip this whole theatrics? Why not just go ahead and place people in their proper place? Because they've already done it an infinite amount of times in his mind, because he already knows the movie. He's seen the movie a cajillion times, and multiplied by an infinity. So why the theatrics? That's another question. Ooh, we got a lot to talk about. So I really want to hit them comments below, and I really want to know these thoughts, because if you ain't interested in what I'm bringing you right now, something wrong with you. So, whether we're both right, let's get back to it, because I got another proposition. Just a simple proposition that I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will be like, Javier, I never thought about it like that. If there's no afterlife, God's gone. God's dead. Doesn't exist anymore. What happens when we die? Could the atheist be right? Well, there's no afterlife because there's no more God. People always say there's a God and he could be infinite, but nobody ever thinks about whether God can leave or destroy himself. Now, this is the deistic proposition, whereas God created everything and then he left it alone. He doesn't get involved. He doesn't show up and tell people you can't drink this, you can't drink that, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. God just is like, do you, homie? Which I would still have a problem with that God, because I'm like, you see people down here suffering, you put us here and yet you ain't doing nothing about it, homie. So what is going on? I personally can't get with it. Now, I'm an anti-theist. I'm against any form of God in my mind, because either you can do something and you don't, or you can do something but you can't. You can't be all powerful and all good at the same time. You just can't. In my mind, you're going to disagree with me. That's fine. But rationally, I just don't understand how. But what do you think about my proposition? Do you think it's possible that a God can create all of this and just destroy itself, leaving us in an atheistic world where religion could be true and atheism can also be true at the same exact time? Think about it. Get back at your boy. If you ain't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below. Share this video at least twice. Until next time.